Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. I am going to fix you guys a homemade soup. This is a vegetable soup. Here I have my onions and my celery that I'm going to get translucent. Um, I put a little bit of butter in that pot, and then I'm adding some minced garlic to that. We're going to get those vegetables like a little tender, translucent. We're going to just kind of saute them down in the pot a little bit. This is a homemade vegetable soup. I love vegetable soup. Sometimes you want to do like a meatless Monday, then this would be the perfect little dish. And it takes about an hour to make. Not that it's really simple to make, and then you can always save some for another day. Freeze it and save for another day. Here we add in our carrots. Those are fresh carrots that I cut up myself, and pretty much vegetables. So whatever vegetables, you can add beans to this also if you like. So we're gonna cook those vegetables down, kind of saute them down a little bit along with those onions. And by this time, we should be really smelling that garlic flavor, the garlic smell come through. We're gonna add some potatoes to it. I think I cut up about 2 potatoes. There we are, some white potatoes, and we're gonna add that to it. That kind of gives it a little more filling. You have that nice little crunch. Feel like you eat more than just vegetables. It kind of reminds you of like chewing on meat or something. So that's what the carrots and the potatoes do. We're gonna let that marinate a little bit. We're gonna add some water to it. Stir it all up together. Let it kind of marinate in its juices. A great little uh, meatless Monday. Over to the side there, I'm actually putting together some things so that I can make me a juice. Add a little bit of salt to it, and then you're going to have to taste it. So everything is going to be flavored based on the taste. I taste my juice so that I can see whether or not I have enough seasoning in it. I added the salt, the pepper, and then I have some bouillon that I'm going to add to it also. Some chicken bouillon. Just give it a little more tastier flavor. And there I have my alma and my turmeric. Like I said, I'm going to make a juice. Um, Adding my chicken bouillon to that. And we're just going to let that sit and bring it to a boil. And I have a bowl of water. I'm going to add some more water to it because I do want my vegetables to be covered with a little bit more water. So we're going to add that water to it and let it simmer and bring it to a boil. We want to cook those vegetables until that those potatoes and carrots get nice and tender. So when you're cutting up your vegetables, trying to make sure you keep all your vegetables the same size. That way that they get done at the same time. Whether it's the carrots or the potatoes, just try to make sure you keep the sizes the same. That way they get done at the same time. So over to the side, I have some celery and carrots, and like I said, I have my alma, and then I have my turmeric. We're just gonna make a juice. And did I do an apple? I don't think I did. So I have a juicer there, and I'm just gonna make me a little carrot and celery juice. I forgot what time of day this was. It might have been in the morning because I normally like to make my soup early and make it for dinner. So yeah, I'm gonna add that celery to the juicer over there. Make me a nice little juice and add my turmeric and my almond to it, almond powder to it. That could be a daily juice. So if you'd like to get that juice in the morning, then that would be the perfect juice to do. I like carrot juice. Sometimes I add an apple to it just to sweeten it up a little bit. But I love my juices. All right, while we letting that soup come to a boil, we are going to sip on that juice a little bit and get it on down in the tummy. And if you'd like me to make more videos on food, just let me know. Comment below. Let us know. Subscribe to that channel. Hit that notification bell. That way you are notified each time that I upload a video. I've had this one on the back burner for a while, and I said, let me go ahead and do my voiceover so you guys can see the soup that I love to make. I make this quite often, and then it won't heating up some. This is a great soup for the winter time, but because it's getting to be summertime, you might not want the soups, but hey, it's always on that back burner if you want to do some soup. Again, I'm adding my 2 little herbs to my drink there. I like to drink mine with a straw because it seemed to go down a little bit better. But that's personal preference. You don't have to. Again, so we just letting that soup, bring that soup to a boil there. And I'll just glut it on down, get it on out the way. Sometimes the turmeric is actually hard to dissolve. So that's why I keep stirring to kind of get it to dissolve a little bit. You could take the turmeric and sprinkle some in your food. People use it like sprinkle some in the soup. You can actually sprinkle turmeric in your soup. I make homemade dog food, so I actually take my turmeric and I put it on my dog's turkey meat because it helps with his joints as well. Turmeric is good for inflammation. So now we are going to stir that soup up. Check it out and see how tender it's getting. See that celery, them onions, and that minced garlic in there. You got the potatoes and that carrots. Now I need to try to taste the juice to see what flavor needed to be added. See if we need to add some more salt, some more pepper, and I also like to use I think it's Mrs. Dash, the herb seasoning, vegetable seasoning. So I did add a little bit of that in there as well. By the looks of it, I need to add a little bit more chicken bouillon. Again, like I said, this is going to be based on taste. So you have to taste it to make sure. A little kosher salt this time instead of regular salt. I alternate between kosher and regular salt. And then there is, okay, that's McCormick. It's not Mrs. Dash, it's McCormick. So the McCormick vegetable seasoning is what I added. McCormick. And again, we're just going to stir and cook until tender. Once it gets to be tender like we want it, then we can go ahead and add our other vegetables to it. All right, we stirring that soup up, letting it bring it to a boil. Now we're gonna add some more vegetables to the soup. I gotta taste it again, make sure we have the flavor right, and then we're gonna test those vegetables to make sure they are tender enough. Fork tender is what you want. You don't want it too mushy because now you turn it into mush instead of soup. Fork tender is what we want. All right, we're gonna add some more vegetables. So what I find is the Asian salad is great to add to your soups. The Asian chopped kit salad. I don't use the kit part. I just use the chopped celery. I mean cabbage and stuff. So I add that to my soup. I add most of it, and then at the end I'll add the remaining of it. And you don't have to really cook this that long because once those vegetables become fork tender, your soup is pretty much done. When you add the cabbage to it here, it just kind of you do. I like mine to still be a little crunchy, so I just kind of cook them a little bit so that it stays a little crunchy. I let that sit a little bit, then I'll add the remaining towards the end, just so I still have a little bit of crunch to my soup. But guess what? That soup is almost done, and it really doesn't take that long to actually make this soup. Any of that to the soup, and we let it cook a little bit more, and then our soup is almost ready. Oh, I do have some mushrooms, so I'm actually going to add a few mushrooms, add a little bit more water to it, and those mushrooms. And again, even with the mushroom, it doesn't take long for those to cook as well. I had a few of them that I had left. I didn't want them to ruin, so I decided to put it inside of my soup. So you can add mushrooms to it. So here we added the potatoes, we have the carrots, we have the Asian lettuce kit without the sauce, and then we have the mushrooms. And you can add chickpeas if you like, green beans if you like, whatever vegetables you want to add to your soup, you can add that to your soup. So I need to add a little bit more salt, which I did. More bouillon. Like I say, everything is going to be based on taste. And some black pepper. Bring that to a boil. Stir it up. Just double checking those potatoes. Make sure my vegetables are where I want them to be. And then add the remaining of that salad mix. I think that consists of cabbage, white cabbage, purple cabbage, carrots, and I'm not sure what else is in that particular one. Had the end of that mushroom in there. And we are done with our soup. Nice hearty soup. If you please like, spread the love, and let us know what you think about our vegetable soup. Have a great one.